There needs to be some sort of, you know, early to mid-game damage. The balance needs to be there. Sure, there's Carl DC, but the concept of having a heavy carry is there. And there it goes. The Selena and the Claude covering both bases here for the Cavalry.
Yeah, and we did say a bit more of a farming-dependent hero to compensate for the damage that's needed for Team Liquid right now. Oh, wait.
Yeah, this is gonna go to Brusco.
Okay.
This has to go to Brusco.
Yeah, because there's a Harith, so this cannot be a Yi Sun-shin in a different lane. A Baksha Juicin in the mid lane. Okay.
It's quite a contrast,
Yeah.
if I would say, but they're gonna have to make it work.
A Baksha Juicin for Brusco and Super Frizz. I feel like this suits their playstyle so much if they really want to make King Kong or if they really want to enable both King Kong and Kelra. JP and Sanji have to do a really good job at stopping the tempo that Onyx Philippines wants to establish. And it's not impossible that they're able to do that. They're on momentum currently.
And they're also missing a bit more of crowd control, but for Onyx, would they want to extend this? It's up to TL to find out.
Thank you, Brigida. Thank you, Hans. The question is, can the Super Fam take Game 3 under the belt to survive a little bit longer here on this upper side of the bracket, or are they going to get sent down? Like, what's
Welcome
Coach
to
Snap
Mobile
mentioned he'd like to
Legends.
see it, Leo?
He did.
He did.
He did, but truth be told, Game 1 was a reality check, a wake-up call. Game 2, you're on the edge. Game 3, this is for real.
It's for real, but they, if you also look at it in the way, it's like Onyx they were overcooked in Game 1. Game 2, they were trying to cook, and now like what's the dish, man?
There is no time to have fun. You can't shake that thing anymore.
You can't.
You gotta play for reals.
You have to. And this is where it all starts in the early game. You're taking a look at just how both these teams have performed on the heroes that they've drafted into this Game 3. OHEB hasn't won yet on the Claude, which is interesting because over here, Kelra, this is a winning, it should be a winning matchup, I feel like, for him with a Heron.
Oh, here we go. Onyx, they dogpile on the Sanford early on. He is able to gleam on out of there as Carl Teasy checks in, dashes on through, punctures on a King Kong's purple. He's trying to go for the steal. Does he get it? The answer is yes! The Goat has committed Grand Theft Purple at 1.5 minutes.
He just walked in there and took it, man. He saw it. He looked King Kong in the eyes when he did it.
What up, young blood? Welcome to my league.
Hey, you remember the opening video of yesterday? The game's chasing him now.
He's the big dog.
He's the big dog. He's the
his
goat.
Yard.
It is, man. It's his pasture. I think that's where goats are. I don't think they're in yards. I think they're in pastures.
That's true. Oh my God. Onyx have just gotten their buff stolen away from them.
And with that, this is going to delay things a little bit. It's nothing too crazy. Again, a lot of this, what we've been seeing so far with our current meta shifting into this, post-Project Next, now that we're weeks into it, these objectives, these first turtles can still be secured here, but this is going to be a little bit harder to do. Look at the zoning here.
Massive presence from both sides. A Crimson Beacon plus a Throne of Ruin. A lot of damage coming in from Team Liquid Philippines. But JP falls first as Carl Teasy focuses on the beast. King Kong is slain underneath tier 2 up top, and now Brusco's gonna fall. The Waltz might just be enough, but the Unite gets him out of range, and the Gleam might get him down, but Sanford pays the iron price. While they overextended, they stayed too long, but Liquid secures the first turtle, up by 500 gold.
I don't know, it's like Sanford just couldn't let that go. He's like, no, you have to die.
Oh my God, what? Second time around! Carl Teasy takes down King Kong!
And are they gonna take his purple too? King Kong can't even play this game. He's got no buffs. He's been bullied out of his jungle by Carl Teasy.
Killed twice.
Twice?
In 3 minutes.
What are they, okay, he's gonna get his orange, and it looks like, and we have JP staying here on the purple buff. Do they just want to continue to force King Kong with false hopes, thinking he's gonna get his buff and then they kill him?
This is tough, man. This Yi Sun-shin is currently a negative aura. He has aura depth.
Hey, I don't know what he's gonna have to do to get that back. It looks like he is actually gonna get his buff, so a little bit of a hope here for King Kong. He grabs it, but he's falling further behind, 2 levels behind. of Carl Teasy.
Oh, shocker. They want Sanji, and they're going to get Sanji. First kill for ONIC on the board.
Okay, they get something. They needed that. ONIC needs to get some control over this game without it slipping out of their hands. I know it's still early on, but when your jungle, especially in the case of a YSS, does fall behind Lancelot's Carl Teasy, that's not going to be very fun. That's not going to be a great place to be here leading into the next objectives.
All right. Slow rolling into this second turtle. Lower quarter. Folks, there are 3 kills aside right now. 1 on Kirk, 2 on Brusco for ONIC, 2 for Carl, and 1 for Sanford on Liquid. And it's the Cavalry first to the scene. They are just giving it all they got. Turtle now at a quarter of its health, a 5th and 8th, a 10th, and they get it.
They get it. Easy turtle for them to take. Again, not sure how much they are up here at this point, but it's tlph leading this economy. Kirk will take some damage. He's got the Consecrate. Again, this Uranus is tanky enough to go ahead and play that front side, but again, eventually you might find yourselves in Onyx's position to say, hey, we gotta go for a fight. We gotta be able to get this, we gotta get it in our favor. And how do they do that? It's allowing King Kong to recover, which I think he's started to do. He's still behind in Carl Teasy, but the rest of the team, they can shine. Brusco himself, tanky enough, has been able to do some damage here.
Oh my god, the Unite stopped Carl Teasy's free reign over Puncture on Puncture and Puncture. Up top, I guess this is the safest spot for ONIC to be in. Because again, that still is a Uranus. You mentioned how it's a blunt instrument.
Yeah.
It can just force itself into favorable positions. Look what Kirk is doing. His teammate Ryota, watching from the back, knows that this is the most effective way to own that part of the map. It's just buy time. Give Kelra time to snowball onto that house. He's looking good against OHEB right now.
That's what he needs. Again, this Claw takes a lot more time to build up to where he needs to be able to pump out that damage with Blazing Duet.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Carl? Okay, he's gonna not find that connection. He's in trouble here.
That's a Zaman Force. It's a full-on goat fight as Carl Teasy gets taken down. Kelra serves up a kill to King Kong. JP tried to save Carl with that Revitalize, but it was too little too late.
Okay, there's some life. Are they actually gonna continue to put pressure on this bottom side? OHEB and JP all by themselves against 4. We still got King Kong in the mid going and farming up, trying to catch up still, but they are going to go ahead and focus on this.
OHEB with a Blazing Duet just to clear the waves. Him and JP doing everything that they can to slow down Onyx's comeback. Look at the top lane though. 40 doing his own fair share of cutting, letting that wave crash into that tier 1.
Okay, they clear this out. Third turtle for the game is up. Onyx is in a position to actually contest this though. We'll see if they can. King Kong still wants to grab his orange buff. tlph on the other side, they'll go ahead and get in position here. Unless Brusco gives a call, they'll just start this up, getting the turtle in their favor. And it looks like maybe King Kong is like, guys, we might as well just set up for the first Lord if we can.
What happened already happened. OHEB gets a bolt thrown at him. That is Liquid buying time across the map. Turtle still standing. Down it goes. Carl Teasy with Retribution. Kirk putting Ionic Edge stacks on the JP and Sanford. Sanji spacing out Kelra. Quick slam on the Sporty. Gets that Throne of Ruin. No follow-up.
Yeah, no follow-up here. This a whole lot of focus on this side of the map, though. After that third turtle is secured for tlph, they'll go ahead and just put pressure on these tier 1s now, looking to open up the map a little bit. JP charging up that Unbreakable. He will go ahead and connect on King Kong, but again, it's just pressure. To keep King Kong under that pressure is what they have to do.
Oh, wow. Liquid stampeding through multiple lanes and fronts. 7.5 minutes in, pushes tier 1 down bottom, up top, after taking that turtle. They deserve this 2K gold lead. I think it's just about to get worse.
I would say with this lineup that ONIC has, if they're able to go ahead and hold on and secure that first Lord, they're going to be in a great position to hopefully push things down their favor. Kirk's going to take an arrow, but he's fine. Again, tanky enough, has some magical defense here most likely as well. Kelra now getting the items he needs. He's got a second locked in, the Strontium Scythe and the Feather of Heaven. They might force a fight. It looks like they want to in the mid, but they're still less than a minute away from this Lord here. So Carl Teasy will grab his buff. King Kong doing the same. He's catching up, man. He's only, what, maybe half a level now behind Carl Teasy?
It's less about the levels. It's more about the gold. And 2,000 is still 2,000. I think a good chunk of that is on the difference of our gold laners. And oh my God! Carl does it again! 8.5 minutes in, he wants to take down King Kong. Thorn Rose. King Kong able to trace Lisson out of there. Going into the mid-game post-laning phase, I didn't think Carl would do this. He is brazen. He is bold to do that in front of King Kong.
I think he's just trying to make a statement too, man, against King Kong. He's like, hey, I'm going to be here all day. And if we end up seeing each other later on in the playoffs too, I'll still be there.
Hey, Carl has been here since day one. Oh wait, that's Rockhard. That's
Rockhard.
That's a different Carl. Carl has been here since season 2.
That's true. That's true.
That's why he's the GOAT.
He is the GOAT. That still makes him he's a day one. Is that day one or is that day 0?
Close to it.
Close to it.
2018.
All right, Lord's up. First one. Carl Teasy's going to start it up. King Kong is going to have the information, though. That's what Kirk and Brusco can provide this, so still tlph will have to take this in measure. They do pop the conceal. They're going to blitz the Lord here.
JP intersected by Brusco. Carl Teasy with the retribution, and they're trying to get damage on the 40. Daddy JP does get out of there. Zaman forced by Kelra. Unideal. 40 holding the line. Still alive. Flickers on out of there. Kirk unable to finish the job as Carl Teasy dashes through that wall. Liquid get away scot-free.
Okay, they end up getting the Lord here, but I will say, you're seeing how they're approaching these fights. They don't even want to go and just force front themselves against Onyx because of the amount of damage they're actually able to pump out. So for tlph, even though they have this lead, this 2,500 gold, they got themselves the Lord, they know they need more time. It's not their time to burst down yet. They do land an arrow on Kirk, but it's that Uranus, man. It doesn't matter how many arrows he takes. He should be fine for the majority of this game, while Oheb is the one that they're waiting for. He's got to get those items, that Trinity that he needs to be able to pump out that damage. But they will walk with this Lord. Now coming up toward the top side, looking to take down also the tier 1, possibly tier 2 in the mid.
Oh, Phantom Execution, plus a Thorn Rose on Kirk. Puts him at an 1/8 of his health. Pops the Consecration. They're looking for it. Blazing the Wet by Oheb. Not enough time to sit underneath those bullets as he tried to give King Kong and friends a leg shower. They're going to be fine. They do push up top, get that push in mid as well. The map slowly turning blue.
Turn blue in their favor. Arrow to check things out, but ultimately Onyx doesn't lose too much. Holding on to the tier 2s in mid and bottom. Some damage here from Oheb, though. It might be, he should be able to get this actually, yeah, rather quickly.
Oh God.
JP will hold down that angle that they might take. AOG's defensively out, not to get caught by Onyx.
Onyx are slowly getting choked out of their resources. Liquid hitting double time on taking these outer objectives, because this is what you expect, right? You can't effectively freeze if they're within turret range. So they want to hold out and use the second Lord to eventually break on through. They want to do that all simultaneously. You don't want to go in half-cocked. So Liquid, 3,500 gold, happy with the discipline play that they have to do, because again, I don't think Oheb is fully ready yet.
Yeah, he's not there. They are going to still put pressure on the buffs here. Looks like that was taken too, so King Kong a buffless for now. Carl Teasy feeling really good with his. He'll grab the purple, but this is what I'm saying, man. To Onyx, it seems like they're in capable form, though, to fight. If they had to fight, I feel like they still would be a threat to tlph, and it's more so if tlph just taking their time with this. Because, I mean, you can see this, even with the blade armor over here on Brusco, man. It's one of the things that's like, it sucks to be Oheb when he does Blazing do it, because he's also having that damage returned to him. So eventually, too, he'll have some of that defensiveness to deal with on his own.
That's what I'm saying. He's not ready yet. He has his Trinity. That's a Swift Trinity, but nothing else. Brusco catches an arrow. Liquid are not playing with Burst. That's not their MO this time around. They want DOT, and that's why they're taking their time. Lord gets pulled out by Carl. That's a down, started up. As Kirk dances around the area, Kelra taking that flank. Sanji knows where he is.
Oh, he does. They're going to jump in. Oh,
thrown up. Rowan catches, sprints off guard. Plus a blazing duet. Nowhere for Brusco to go as he pops at Revitalize, only to die. 2 members stuffed out by Liquid.
I guess they decided they were ready to go there with an opening with Sanford utilizing that flicker, thrown a ruin, and now he picks up a winner crown to be even more deadly on this Alice here. It's working so good for tlph. You know, they had to play the patient game. This isn't one of those games where you just have all these kills and deaths on both sides. It's been a macro game for this one. And right now, Onyx trying to hold on a little bit longer. King Kong, though.
Oh, no. Carl Teasy's had King Kong's number this whole time. And more than his number, he's had his buff. Another orange buff taken away. Liquid approaching the 7K gold lead. Lord marching up top, bottom lane building up that wave. Mid, say goodbye to that tier 2.
Yeah, this is a potential for tlph to go ahead and get towards the base. I'm not sure if they're going to get the base turrets down, even with this kind of lead. You got to choose that opening, that window right. Well, Counter taking a ton of damage.
That was what, a second underneath an arrow? Oh my God, the push up top. Liquid have broken into the base.
They broke into the base. Look at this placement here for Sanji. He's going to throw an arrow out from that dangerous bush. Dangerous grass here, playing a part for tlph. They know what's in sight here. Now Onyx staring down a potential sweep defeat to get sent down to the lower bracket here in the playoffs. Again, no team going home today, but still, this has been a dominant series so far for tlph, and it's looking to be the same way in Game 3.
This is unreal. We are moments away from the 3-0, and I can tell you now, on behalf of all the Sonics, members of the Super Fam all around the world, the millions and millions, this is not the Onyx we ended the regular season with. Yeah. What happened?
I'm not sure, man. I think a lot of teams or a lot of their fans and everyone was wondering how would that time in between the regular season up to the playoffs play out for a lot of teams. And you know, it seems like, at least for the ones we've seen so far, they've really refined that play. But I feel like Onyx, there's something off here. From 3 games in a row, there's the synergy that we were talking about even leading into this matchup just doesn't seem to be there right now. And there's so much pressure that they're dealing with from tlph on their side of the map, on just how quick they're playing and fluid Liquid is being. It just seems like Onyx can't catch a break.
It's enough for that Ruin and that AOG to shatter lines, add more literally the straight lines that an Abyssal Arrow draws. So Onyx really can't catch a break. It's a lose-lose either way. Even if they do have strong heroes like Isun Shin, Harith, and oh my God, they catch Carl, but he survives! No one can take down the GOAT!
You know you're down a lot when you have four guys going for a Lancelot. Yeah, Lancelot can escape a lot, but man, Carl Teasy, I don't even know if he sweated that one.
Joseph, it went from bad to worse. Literally, you hit the boss with your ultimate attack. Damage indicators 99999.
And what happened?
And then he just shook it off. Life bar didn't even, well, Life bar did move, but you know what I mean? Like, Carl shook that off.
You go into another phase, basically.
My God, this is a heartbreaking moment for Onyx.
Again, with this Lord up, there's not much that they can do. King Kong up, clearing that wave up top. There was already a good push from OHEB 2 on this bottom side. They're just going to go for this Lord.
Super Prince already spent that Crimson Beacon. Carl Teasy out. AOG defensively. They crash on the Kirk. 40 gets him. Even underneath the Zaman Force, they can't take this as Brusco tries to hold the line. Gets the Immortality pop. Liquid taking the step by step as 40 gets popped by Prince. And now they got their eyes on Brusco. Rolling away. He's just buying time, distracting the cavalry as Sanji hits him with an arrow and ends him. 2 for 1, plus the Lord. Liquid are eating good.
Sanji lined that up perfectly. That's a moving target, and he led it correctly. Lands the arrow there. Look at this. That's 77 arrows thrown out there. He's got a great percentage on this one. And a lot of them have gone to these tankier members of Onyx, but so far, it's proven to be a point here. Now they're going to go down the mid.
They jump Kelra, forcing a Zaman Force from him. And he can't use that defensively, at least not immediately, as the Lord marches through the top lane. Liquid are once again in their base.
Waiting for that wave to push down mid. The Lord should be cleared by that time, so Onyx has found themselves to be able to defend, at least to stay in this game. Almost the 18-minute mark. 8,000 gold behind. They're going to have to do something near to a miracle to be able to turn this one around. Just the way that it's been playing out, they haven't been able to contest any of these objectives. They're just punishing tlph when they decide to stay a little bit longer than they should. And it's been a phenomenal game and series so far for Team Liquid.
Joseph, you know what kind of miracle we're looking for?
What are we looking for?
Liquid to slip up. Right now, a huge chunk of what Onyx is hoping for is Liquid to overextend. Sure, 40 might be their best way to kind of bait stuff out from the cavalry, from Super Fam. But if they can find OHEB randomly, like he's on sprint, likely not gonna happen, but if they find him lacking, if they catch him sleeping, then maybe. Sanji has a lot of dashes, but if Onyx can get Brusco on him, if they can somehow, some way, like hit him with a boat, with a Mount Shocker,
something.
That is the start, but again, you're just hoping that Liquid makes a mistake.
That's that's what you gotta hope for if you're Onyx here and you're a super fan rooting for them. I think a part of this too, man, is we're gonna have to see Kelra pump out that damage. He's got the items. You saw it just a little bit ago on this Herod, but it's more so of being able to actually get a position that's favorable for them in these team fights. That's the big missing picture here. Because even so, like, OHEB might be the squishiest target, but he's also got the immortality now. And he's probably ready to go ahead and switch over to the item swapping if he really needs to. But part of his job is literally just to get the Blazing Duet off, man. And yeah, he's going to take some blade armor damage and everything else, but that will do enough damage to then let tlph capitalize off of it. So there's so many things that I feel like Onyx has to worry about, even if it's Sanford jumping under JP or these arrows even landing. So in this situation, they have to decide, do we actually just give up this Lord and hope that we can defend with our one base turret left? Because I don't see a favorable team fight for them here. Kirk's going to give them the information, but they might not be left to a choice. They might just go for the Hail Mary play here.
Yep, they have to. I don't think completely just giving up the Lord is an option for Onyx. See, that's why they sent Kirk already to try and dance with Liquid. Whether it be Sanford, whether it be Carl, Kirk has to do his best.
Okay, let's see if they can do it. JP's going to hold down that dangerous brush here right behind the Lord. Arrows are going to be thrown out. Conceal's going to be used too. JP, who's he going to go for? He's going to go and zone out King Kong. Won't land the Unbreakable, but Sanford does.
A flicker thrown of ruin takes down King Kong. A kill served up to OHEB and Carl. This is very, very bad. Liquid are up 7K and they have taken out the Retribution Holder from the Super Fam. All has gone sideways as Onyx try to scramble to recover. They close the gap and seal off the exit from Kirk. It's gone from bad to worst with a T.
It did, but King Kong got destroyed, but they also stopped doing the Lord. Can they hold on? Can Onyx keep them from securing this? tlph look to want to get more kills, but now they might potentially lose this Lord take for them after taking out King Kong.
Carl's still here. He's just waiting for his second Retribution, and he got it. Kelra drops the Summon Force. This is the Hail Mary play. He drops the Ruin. Sanford trying to stop the forward momentum of Brusco and Kelra. Liquid delayed the Lord, but they got it anyways.
All right, they get a big beefed up Lord now to get ready to march towards the base here of Onyx, potentially ending this series in a sweep. This is going to be so difficult for Onyx on the defense. With this kind of lineup that they have here, this is the time for Kelra to drop down that Zaman Force, pump out the damage that he can for Super Prince as well. They're down some crucial battle spells though. No Flicker available here for Super Prince or Kirk. You got a little bit of time on this Purify from Kelra, which is going to be crucial for this, but the Lord is already making its way up top. A sliver of health on that mid turret. It's going to be gone in an instant, and tlph is looking to stampede this victory into this series with a 3-game win.
Here we go. Brusco starting up early with a Revitalize. He knows the damage, and look at Kelra on the bottom. He pops Sanji, serving up a kill to Super Prince, and now Brusco gets the Immortality pop. Mount Chakra from King Kong. Brusco falls. Yeah, Blazing Duet from OHEB. Down goes King Kong. The GOAT finds him once again, and Kelra follows up. 3-0! 3-0! A Liquid Stampede takes tlph to the upper bracket finals.
Clean as ever.